Well, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. In this video, I'm going to take you guys through all the moves that I made today. Had one move in each of the three portfolios, so definitely excited to share all of the moves with you guys today. If you guys enjoy the content, please smash the like button. It would really help grow the channel. And if you have any constructive criticism, be sure to kindly drop that in the comment section down below. All right, so today in the main stock account, we were up 2,948, now sitting at 258,671. Here are the positions in the account from largest to smallest for the primary movers. And today we had Amazon down 2%, we had Tesla up almost 10%, Shopify down 1.8%, CrowdStrike down 2.5%, and Meta down 2.5%. Cash in this account is sitting at 4,596. So in this account today, what I did was I rolled my $34 Palantir cover calls to 35 calls. So these were going to expire on this Friday. I never like to get into Thursday of expiration week because you just never know what can happen starting on Thursday. So I went ahead and rolled those today. Rolled all 5 contracts. I paid about a $75 debit in order to do so. I don't really mind paying small debits here and there in order to roll. That way I don't have to roll so far out in distance in the calendar time in order to get a small credit or a small debit. So I don't really mind paying the debits here and there. It just depends kind of like where the stock is at. So now with Tesla, we're sitting on a 20% gain for $8,105. Average cost is $198. So definitely happy that Tesla is now the second largest position in the portfolio, which is exactly where I want it. In fact, I would like it to maybe become the largest position, not because I'm adding to it too much, but just hopefully the growth can surpass Amazon at some point. In the crypto portfolio, I made 2 moves today. So the account is up 1,355. That's actually down about 3,500, somewhere in there. I added a few thousand to this account, so it's not taking that into account. It's just realizing that the account value went up without recognizing that that's because I added a few thousand to it. So I've been talking on my last few videos about 2 coins that I've been really dying to add because these have been the strongest 2 narratives in all of crypto so far. And but unfortunately, those coins just have really not pulled back. Both of them are up like over 100% in the past month. And so I finally was able to get a decent entry point with both of them pulling back 20%, which is a good percent mark on a pullback to go ahead and enter. And so I did that today. To raise funds to do that, I sold all of these Solana. So this is actually not in the portfolio. I'm just leaving this 14,000 is now in cash. I'm just leaving this as Solana because you can't add cash to this app. You can't like put in cash. So if I took it out, it would recognize it would pull the portfolio value down 14,000, even though that's not the case. So the 2 coins that made it into the portfolio are Sui and BitTensor. So these are pretty much the leaders in their respective categories, and so I was very excited to finally get a decent entry point on those. So just looking really quickly at the technicals to just show you kind of what I was looking at. So this is the BitTensor chart. As you can see, only a couple weeks ago, it started at 240, went all the way up to 680, and now pulled back to this like low 500s level, which is where I entered. So what I was hoping for was when this came down, I was hoping that it would this wick right here from a few days ago would serve as great support, and it did initially, and that's when I decided to buy. If we look at if we zoom in, let's go even a little more. zoom in right here to this middle candle right here, you can see it did initially hold as support, but then the next candle is when it broke it. So this was really due to just the overall crypto market really started to sell off early this morning around, I would say, 5 a.m. or so, and so it was not able to hold that support. So the next level of support that I'd be looking to add would be down here at these like 490 wicks. I would expect that those would hold support, because if they don't, there's really not too much more support until like this 360 level, and I don't anticipate that would happen. It would take Bitcoin going below 60,000, which is definitely possible, but these two coins are very heavily backed institutionally, and so I don't believe that that will happen. And then secondly, we had Sui. So this one actually played perfectly. I pulled up this little chart over here so I'm showing I'm already up 5%, but it's not actually, it's kind of nice. It feels good that your technicals sort of played out the way you hoped, but at the same time, it's just my first buy in this position, so I was kind of hoping it would go lower, and it very well could. Only time will tell, but as of right now, this position played out exactly how I thought it would. So same thing, Sui was down at like 80 cents a few weeks ago, and then it went all the way up to over $2, well over $2. So I've just been waiting for a decent pullback, haven't really got one, and so I was able to enter down here. So I was expecting, if we look at, so this was yesterday's candle, and it didn't really come down to any levels of support, but still on the next candle, because this is not like a real support level. There's no solid line of support. So when this next candle started to come down, I was expecting it to retest this wick, and it absolutely did that. And so I bought right here at this like 189 level, and then obviously it's gone up 5% since then. So that was what I was looking at this morning, and made my entry, which was, so what I was kind of thinking of in my mind was just, from the overall drawdown was just about 20%, and then on the retest of this wick. So it was kind of the confluence of those two things was what I was looking at for that. So the portfolio is definitely finalized at this point. There's 11 holdings in the portfolio. A lot of these are back down to really great entry points. So if you guys are looking for some strong altcoins, I would say like Render, Prime, like are definitely really great entry points right now, for several multiples. I can see those easily doing 5 to 10x's. Not financial advice, of course. Don't buy it just because I buy it, but I do think those are some pretty great opportunities. Aerodrome's also pulled back, so I'll be looking actually to add to that shortly, as well, as that is my highest conviction play for this bull run. So yeah, definitely happy. Sui and BitTensor, I'm hoping to move those up to, like, honestly, I would love to have those bare minimum at 10,000 positions, $10,000 positions, but hopefully more like 15,000. So I'll just be looking to deploy the rest of the 14,000 in cash if they do go lower. All right. So for little Robinhood portfolio today, we were down almost 10%. Definitely a big down day, down $1,200. Up about $83 in the after hours. So the move that I made in this portfolio today was closing out the Celsius $40 cover calls. Those have performed really well. I opened those up last Friday, so those have only been open for 5 days. And so it's definitely time to go ahead and close those out. Already up 50%, $204 profit. So Celsius also was coming down to like anything under 30 is like a pretty good support line for that. And so between those two things, I determined it was time to close that out. So that was definitely a great little cover call campaign there, just quick in and out. All right, so in this portfolio now on the 120 cover calls on the leaps, we're up 47%. So definitely be looking to, I don't know, it depends. So, 11.8 is not too far away. So kind of depends on the price action the rest of the week if I'd decide to close that out. These Tesla put credit spreads are going to print tomorrow. Got two of those. So these are probably going to go up to like at least 50% tomorrow. But I'm going to hold on to those because my break even's like 198. Snow 110 call has come back down, so I'm down 9% on that one, just holding there. And then obviously the 3 Celsius 35 leaps, those are down 40%. Maybe I'll buy another one if it does pull back to like that 27 level. What else we got in this portfolio? We have the 2x Ethereum ETF, which is back down 8%. Ethereum just cannot get a break. I also noticed this little realized profit and loss section that Robinhood added today, which is really nice. So the past month, realized profit was 558, and year to date, 33. So that's Robinhood just got it going on. They really realize what people want to see, and the app is just incredible. So let's see, stocks on my radar. So this is what I'm going to be looking at for the next couple of days. CleanSpark, ELF, Boeing, Snow is back in the mix, Intel's back in the mix, Celsius is always in the mix. And then, wow, look at that. TSLL is up 19%, so definitely not going to be buying any or selling any puts rather on that one. And that I would also throw Enphase in there. So let's just quickly add Enphase because that was down like 15% today. Let's add that to stocks on my radar. All right, sweet. And then let's just check out, I think that was all for that. All right, let's check out the current options. So, all right. So Tesla, I'll probably be looking to sell some calls, but I really have just been doing a lot of deep thinking about cover calls. And the more and more I think about it, like, are cover calls actually worth it? I think yes, but only if you're actually very selective. And so I'm gonna be using technical analysis to do so, to really just stay unemotional with cover calls, because I was just thinking, like, if I had bought a bunch of like Meta shares back in the $80 level, just imagine, I mean, maybe you get away with cover calls like 2 or 3 times, but it's just that one time that you lose it and then they're gone. Like, those Meta shares are absolutely gone. Or if not, you're going to be rolling for the next decade. And so for me at this point, I'm really just going to be, there are some certain levels based on technicals that I'm going to be using to sell cover calls, but it's not going to be the type of thing where as soon as I close a cover call, I immediately sell another round of cover calls. So I really just have been considering, like, maybe, the majority of my problems in my portfolio are underwater cover calls, and I've improved, but I haven't, luckily I haven't gotten stuck recently on anything, but it's just been a matter of changing my mindset in order to make sure that doesn't happen again. And so, I'm going to be definitely making some changes in that area, and I would encourage you guys to have that same, self-conversation. So I'm not going to be immediately selling cover calls on Tesla tomorrow is what I'm getting at. Shopify, now we have, those are 2 weeks out, 74 and 76 calls, not doing anything there yet. Palantir, now that those are rolled, don't have anything until November 15th. Same thing for Microsoft, that's actually November 1st. So I'll look at that probably sometime next week. Enphase is definitely down now, majorly on these. So I'm definitely going to have to look at the extrinsic value on those tomorrow, actually. Should have done that today. Hopefully I don't get assigned, but I will look at that tomorrow. Still got the Celsius that's out for January, and then Amazon is November 15th as well. And still have 100 open shares to sell calls on Amazon as well. Try to think if I had anything else for you guys. Just congrats on all the Tesla holders. I feel like the Snoop Dogg little clip where he's like, last but not least, I'd like to thank me for believing in me and all that stuff. It's like really funny. It's just what came to mind today when I was just really honestly proud of myself for resisting the urge to sell cover calls on Tesla and Amazon. So I definitely have, improved, like I was sort of mentioning. I have 100 open shares of Amazon and 200 open shares of Tesla. And it feels good, to be honest, because Tesla's sitting at almost 240 right now. I mean, I could probably sell, 265 calls right now for a month or two out. And, then it just feels a whole lot better than to be underwater and just cheering against your stock, and like stock goes up and you're like really not happy, and it's just kind of a sucky feeling. So I'll probably at some point do a whole like video on the computer, like a cover call is really worth it. But just encourage you guys to just kind of think about that a little bit, because it only takes one time. One time that stock really gets running. I know there's a lot of people underwater on Palantir, a lot of people underwater on SoFi now, and it's just it's really not worth it in my opinion. So I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday. I'll see you guys probably whenever I do another make some more moves. I'll always update you guys, and as always, take care and God bless.